Hey guys, welcome to Dropkicks. I'm your host Jake. Thank you very much for joining me. Today we're going to be doing a review video on the WWF Series 1 Hasbro collection. Alright guys, so I'm just going to do a quick overview of what we're going to be doing here today. We're obviously going to be going through the Series 1 Hasbro collection. Now, a lot of these characters that we have here, I don't know a lot about some of them. Obviously, other ones I know everything about them. But I'm going to do the best I can with the knowledge that I have here. Some things I probably will have to look up. And obviously, if there's anything incorrect or anything, just let me know and I'll try to make a correction there. But you know, I can't be perfect, but I can just do the best I can here. So another little quick thing. I always like to throw little funny snips and stuff in the videos I do. I'm not going to be doing that with the Hasbro review. The reason for that is because of the duration of the video. There's so many characters that we have to go through. I'm not going to be able to, time-wise, be able to crunch all that in there and make it enjoyable, you know, because there's just too much. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Got Hasbro Series 1, Akeem the African Dream. Now, I didn't know too much about him, really, because I didn't start watching wrestling until about late 90, early 91. That's when I really got into it. And this character, by that time, was pretty much gone, I believe, because I don't really have any memories of him, you know, when I was a kid seeing him. So, but anyway, still pretty cool. I know, you know, he was with the Twin Towers with Big Boss Man, so that was kind of cool that they released him here. So the action on him is like this, like pull back of his hips when he's got like headbutt, or you know, you can probably do like a punch or something like that. Pretty cool figure. It's actually, you know, scale wise, it's bigger than the others because he was obviously a very large man. So it's pretty cool. The detail's really good. You know, obviously we got you know, the beard and the hat and all his, you know, decor on the shirt there. So pretty nice figure. But like I said, this one doesn't hold any sentimental value to me or anything, but definitely needed it for the collection, so it's still pretty cool to have. Alright, so everybody knows Andre the Giant. Now this one, obviously, I do have some you know, memories of Andre. You know, obviously the big one was from WrestleMania 3, where you know, he fought Hogan. Now, obviously, I didn't see it when I was a kid, but you know, I remember hearing about it. And, Andre was alive up until I believe '93 when he passed away. So, you know, I do remember seeing him in a, you know, here and there in the WWF. But this figure is really cool. I always like this one. Now, this has the same action as Akeem there, kind of that hip thrust. But you know, pretty big dude, you know, especially, I know I didn't have this figure when I was a kid or anything, but it was still really cool. I do remember hearing about it. I don't think any of my friends had it either, but, you know, he's, I mean, look at those hands, you know, pretty big there, so cool. Now, here we go, a little more my style here. Big Boss Man. Now, this is obviously the Big Boss Man when he was, you know, bad guy, villain. You know, and then this, I believe it was Series 3. Yeah, Series 3. They re-released him as a good guy there. But so this got like the throwdown action. Now, you know, the detail on this is really good. You got the sunglasses, you know, the belt, the badge, the patches on the shirt, stripes down the pants. And first figure with an accessory comes with the nightstick there. Now, when I purchased this figure originally, this was actually the very first Hasbro I bought as an adult. Got it off eBay. It actually wasn't too bad. I think I got it for like $8. It didn't have the nightstick. I did find the nightstick. I think I paid like $30 for the nightstick, 20 or 30, something like that. But you got to have the accessories, man. It just goes with it. It looks cool. So definitely glad to have this one to the collection. I always loved the Boss Man growing up. You know, he even had that awesome entrance song. You know, which is really cool. Now here we go. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Another really cool figure. Obviously, I remember him as well. My best memory of him, I have two actually. One was from the barbershop skit with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, you know, the kick heard around the world. And then, of course, WrestleMania 9, where he teamed up with Hulk Hogan to go against Money Incorporated there. So I do definitely have memories of him as well. This figure is really, really cool. Very, very overpopulated. There's a ton of these out there. You can get them really cheap. This one's in pretty, I mean, most all my figures are in really good condition. They might have a scuff or nick here, but for what I'm displaying them for, they're fine. There's nothing that's like beat up or no. I won't take anything where like parts are missing or action doesn't work, anything like that. I mean, some of them, most of them were played with, so nothing's perfect unless you take them right out of the package. And I'm not going down that road because that's gonna be a little too expensive. But this one's really cool. He's got the pink tights with the fishnet holes cut out on the sides, white boots, and then the gloves there. And of course, this does have the shears there, which is definitely a great accessory. You can give your opponent a haircut right after the match there. So this was kind of the same as the Boss Man. I bought the figure loose, and then later on I had to track down the shears there, so I got those. So definitely glad to have the accessory for that. Now here, I'm going to do these together. Now this is Demolition. We got Axe and Smash. Now there's a little hiccup with these as far as the way they were released. Obviously, Series 1, they were released individually. Then in Series 2, Demolition was released as a tag team pack. However, Axe was out of the picture. It was Smash and Crush. And they also came with their entrance masks. These did not come with entrance masks. So there's no accessories with these, and like I said, they were released individually. But another thing, I really vaguely have any memory of Demolition. They were kind of, I think, on their way out as I was getting into it. So I might have seen a match or two with them, but I vaguely remember seeing them. But anyway, we got Axe here. He's got the really cool silver and red face paint, and then of course the wrestling attire, and then you got Smash. Same thing, the red, white, and black face paint, entrance attire, and then you notice he does have elbow pad there. It's actually up a little higher on the armband. Very, very cool figure. Now, I believe there is a difference on the release of Smash in Series 2. I believe the red is more of a vibrant color in Series 2, like almost like an orange color, I believe. I'm going to have to look into that. Obviously, when I do Series 2, I'll definitely get into that for you. But that's that there. So, I'll put these guys back. And then one of my favorites of all time, the immortal Hulk Hogan. This one's really cool. Now, I do believe the pre-production or prototype version of him had a different print or a different font on the shirt. I will look that up and edit it in here. I believe I'd read that somewhere. But this is what released. So we got the headband, red headband, of course the Hulk Rules shirt, the tears on the back, yellow trunks, red knee pads, and yellow boots. Pretty basic figure, but it does have the Gorilla Press throw, which is pretty cool. And I just realized I did miss Axe and Smash's. Uh-oh. I think his action's broken. Well, that's nice. I guess I'm going to need new Smash. Okay, his action's broken, obviously. Axe, he does the power Gorilla Press, or Gorilla Throw. I'm sorry, Brutus, I think I missed him as well. He's a jumper, so he just jumped right on my hands. So, you just push down on there's a little notch on the back there. You just push down and jump. There's quite a few jumpers there, but sorry I missed that. But I'm just trying to hurry through this for you guys because I'm sure it gets boring after a while. Okay, so here's one of my favorites as well, Jake the Snake Roberts. I love this figure. Obviously, he was, in my opinion, one of the best talkers of all time. But that's neither here nor there right now. But I really did love this figure just because of the snake. It was so cool that this came with it. You had Damien just hanging out. And, now in the pre-production, I believe the photo shoot for it, they showed a green bag. I believe that would have been cool if it would have came with that, but obviously with production costs and things like that, it was probably not feasible. But this is just a really cool figure. Obviously, it's a very decent head scan, you know, pretty similar. And then of course we got the green and blue trunks with the snake on them and the snake skin boots. Now this has the punching action where you just pull back on the fist in it. There, so that's a cool figure. You know, and you can kind of move his arm a little. Well, it's kind of tough to do DDT with it, but you get it. You definitely do some stuff. I wish they would have, you know, done another release of him with you know, like a later release. But of course, you know, you gotta get everybody else. But I really love that figure. It's a great one. Another great one right here is Macho Man Randy Savage. Now this is, you know, obviously depicting, you know, late 80s. You know, especially like SummerSlam '88. I believe he might have wore this gear when he fought Hogan. You know, the orange trunks with the white stars, yellow knee pads, yellow boots. You got the glasses, and of course the headband there. This is a really cool figure. This is kind of the action, just kind of a slam down punch. Now also, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, the wrist tape is molded on, so they didn't paint it. I don't know why. There's quite a few figures that are like that. Obviously, it's probably just for the molds. They just left it like that. I don't know the reasoning, but I think it would have been cool if they would have painted it white, and even because, you know, he's got knuckle tape on as well, so that would have been cool. This is a great figure. Now there was, I believe, it was a J.C. Penney ad when they were releasing the ring. I believe it came with Hogan and Savage. Savage was wearing green trunks. There is a prototype, I believe Matt Cardona has that. Pretty sure he does, but that would have been cool. Obviously, if they would have had like an alternate version of that, or if it did release, but it didn't. So we got this instead, but I'm not complaining about that. And here we got Ravishing Rick Rude. Now this figure is, I actually don't like it because of the body. Rude was pretty ripped back then. I'm not saying that this guy's not ripped, but it's kind of a basic slim body, you know. And another thing, it doesn't have his tattoo. I just noticed that as well, anchor tattoo, which that would have been a cool feature. But you know, they can only do what they want to do, or they can only do what they can do at the time. And of course, we got the purple and black trunks there. Now this has, I don't know what you call this action. We call it the noogie action because it's like you're giving somebody a noogie. But you know, this arm twists down, and then this one, I guess you could put him in a headlock and just like give him a little punch or something like that. But anyway, it's still a cool figure. You know, you got to have your bad guys with your good guys. So obviously, Rick Rude was one of the greatest heels of all time, in my opinion. Thought he was great. Speaking of heels, another great one, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. Now this one's really cool. Obviously, it comes in the entrance gear. You know, he's got his jacket and button down with the bow tie and the pants and all that. And of course, it does come with the $1 Million Championship belt, which is really cool. I love that title. It was just an awesome gimmick. Very, very toyetic, you know, as they say. So this one's really cool. I love this figure a lot. This is probably my favorite $1 Million Man out of all the three that were released. Obviously, Series 2 had pretty much the same thing, little different action, and it was he was wearing green, his green outfit, and then I believe it was Series 9. He was finally in his wrestling gear, which I agree they definitely should have released that as well, which they did. So, all right, let's get to the last one here. Number 12 out of 12, the Ultimate Warrior. This one's a jumper. I love this figure. It's definitely, you know, 89 Warrior, 89, early 90 Warrior. You know, the face paint, the tassels on the arms, the wristbands, the knee pads with the tassels and everything. It's really cool. Now, if you look close here, there's a little black mark on the belt here, but what they did originally, this was supposed to be a molded on Intercontinental Championship. They ended up changing it, obviously, to a weight belt that he has here, which, I mean, it does look kind of weird because, you know, he never wore a weight belt to the ring, you know, as far as I know. But the reason for them changing that is because he's not going to be the Intercontinental Champion forever. And they, you know, obviously that's correct. So they retooled the mold and had the belt, this weight belt on here, which personally I think they should have took it off. But I mean, it does blend well. You don't really notice it, so it's not a big deal. But you know, they were probably in a rush because, you know, LJN's and their partnership had just got over with WWF. So, you know, Hasbro was probably trying to do whatever they could to get these figures out as quick as possible and you know, give us some memories that obviously we have. So that's it for Series 1 there. You know, I'm sure I missed a few things, and there's probably a couple other, you know, pre-production things and notes that I probably should have thrown in. I'm sure I'll remember later, but I'm just trying to hurry up and get through it for you guys, so that way you guys can just see each figure and, you know, kind of get an idea of you know, what they mean. Now, obviously, like I said, I grew up, or I got into wrestling, you know, late 90, 91, right around that time. So, you know, I'd say like late Series 2, Series 3 was when I really started, you know, really getting into it. Because that's about the time that I was getting into wrestling there. So that's that. But I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. If there's any more content you guys would like to see, please just let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Now I am doing a giveaway, Hasbro. Once I reach 50 followers, all you got to do is subscribe, and then you're automatically entered. So once we hit 50, I'm going to randomly pick someone, and you'll be a lucky winner of a Hasbro action figure. So again, thank you guys very much. I appreciate your time, and we'll catch you later.